Good afternoon, everyone. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, and welcome to this Pharma LOK YouTube channel where we discuss about pharmacy profession. And in that same series, today we have a very eminent guest with us, which we are going to today have a very connective session with Sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce you today's speaker, Dr. M.D. Karvekar, Sir. And welcome, Sir.
Thank you. Thank you so
So,
much.
sir, Uh, welcome, sir, to the Pharma LOK on behalf of whole Pharma LOK team and coordinator, Mr. Amit Jha. We as a team are really blessed today that you have given your really, sir, precious time from your busy schedule to all of us. And definitely our generations are going to learn and new things as well as the historian things from this session. So, sir, with your permission, kind permission, I would like to first, meanwhile, there is no need of introduction, but a short bio sketch of yours so that all the new generations of the pharmacy would also know about you. So, sir, with your permission, I'm going to
Please,
start your bio sketch. So,
please.
ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you that Professor M.D. Karvekar sir did his B Pharm from Government College of Pharmacy, Bangalore in the year 1971. Professor M.D. Karvekar sir did Masters from LM College of Pharmacy, Ahmedabad in the year 1979. Professor Karvekar sir did PhD from Government College of Pharmacy, Bangalore University in the year 1990. Presently, sir is serving as Director Academics, Krupanidhi College of Pharmacy, Bangalore since 2012 to till date. And sir also served as professor in pharmaceutical chemistry in Krupanidhi College of Pharmacy since 2000 till 2011, 2004 to 2011. If we talk about the previous experiences of Professor Karvekar, sir has served as lecturer, pharmaceutical chemistry, Government College of Pharmacy, Bangalore from 1972 to 1980, teaching D Pharm and B Pharm students. Sir has served as assistant professor, pharmaceutical chemistry, again Government College of Pharmacy, Bangalore 1980 to 1992, in which he was having the responsibility of teaching B Pharm and M Pharm students and also guided several research projects to the PG students. Then, after in the promotion tenure, Sir served as professor from 1992 to 2004 as professor of pharmaceutical chemistry, Government College of Pharmacy, Bangalore. In this mean period, Sir did teaching B Pharm, M Pharm students and also guided several research students in the terms of post graduation and PhD studies. If we talk about administrative experiences, Sir has served as various administrative positions, then later on promoted as Member Secretary, Drugs Control Department to regulate the pharmacy education in Karnataka, the approval of admission to conduct of examination to diploma students of the Karnataka state, working meanwhile at that same time, sir was working as professor at Government College of Pharmacy and also Member Secretary, Board of Examining Authority too, from 1992 to 2004. Later on, Government of Karnataka appointed Sir as member in the various committee to regulate the pharmacy education and to inspect the pharmacy colleges in Karnataka. If I talk about the achievements and awards, Sir has received Lifetime Achievement Award, All India Pharmacy Teachers Association Karnataka State Branch in the year 2003, Fellowship Award, Association of Biotechnology and Pharmacy 2005, Shiksha Bhushan Award, Association of the Padma Shri Awardee of Teachers, Goa 2007, Fellowship Award by Indian Pharmaceutical Association in 2016, Pharma Vibhushan Award by Hyderabad Karnataka Academic Council 2017. Sir has got many honors, to say some few of them is Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences Bangalore honored on Teachers Day, Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India honored on the occasion of Golden Jubilee celebration, Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences Bangalore awarded Professor Emeritus, JSS University honored as decennial celebration of the university. And to say few recognitions, Dean Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences Bangalore, Dean Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences Bangalore for the second time. First tenure was 2002 to 2004, second was 2006 to 2008. Chairman PhD Registration Committee, RGUHS Bangalore, Chairman Board of Studies Masters in Pharmacy, RGUHS Bangalore, Chairman Affiliation Committee, RGUHS Bangalore, Chairman at Bachelor's and Master's Syllabus Committee, RGUHS Bangalore, Member Academic Council, RGUHS Bangalore, Member Committee of Academic Council, RGUHS Bangalore, Member Board of Studies, Gulbarga University, Karnataka State, Member Board of Study, University of Goa, Member PhD Registration Committee, Mata Amruta University, Cochin, Member Board of Study, B Farm and M Farm, KL University, Belgaum, Karnataka, Member Academic Council, KL University, Belgaum, Karnataka, Member Selection Committee, JSS University, Mysore, Karnataka, Member UGC team to inspect universities, ex-member Karnataka State Pharmacy Council, Inspector Pharmacy Council of India, Inspector Karnataka State Pharmacy Council, Vice President Indian Pharmaceutical Association Karnataka State Branch, President Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India Karnataka State Branch, Treasurer Indian Pharmaceutical Congress Association, invited by American Association College of Pharmacy to speak on pharmacy education in India, San Antonio, Texas. Government of India deputed to study the pharmacy practice department in hospital colleges in Australia and Singapore in the year 2011. Attended national and international scientific conferences, chaired national and international scientific conferences. Former member, Drugs Technical Advisory Board, Government of India. Former member, Board of Governors, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Mohali and Kolkata. Former member, Executive Committee, Pharmacy Council of India, New Delhi, 2004 to 2019. Former chairman, B Farm Regulations and Syllabus Committee, 2014, Pharmacy Council of India, New Delhi. Member, International Services Program of Accreditation Council for Pharmacy Education, ISPAC USA, 2017 to till date. Member, Indian Association of Colleges of Pharmacy. Member, Admission Committee, Government of Karnataka, B Farm and M Farm colleges in Karnataka. Sir has visited several countries with the Federation of International Pharmaceutical Federation, at China, at United Kingdom, at Texas, at Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Singapore, various universities, hospitals, to deliver his deliberations in scientific extempore. If we talk about the publications to his credit, he have more than 50 dozens papers in reputed journals, international at national level. He has guided more than 8 to 9 dozen students of master's degree. He has guided almost half dozen of PhD students, and almost he have the membership of various professional associations such as Life Member Indian Pharmaceutical Association, All India Pharmacy Teachers Association, Indian Association of Colleges of Pharmacy, Chennai. With this brief introduction of Professor M.D. Karvekar, sir, I would like to welcome you, sir, once again to the Pharma LOK. And with your permission, sir, I would like to start the interview.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. So, sir, starting towards the question series, sir, my first basic question is that, sir, respected sir, please tell us about your childhood memories, your basic education, school education, like your personal life, family members, your lifestyle, and what are your various hobbies?
Thank you, Dr. Sourabh. I'm very thankful to you for your nice introduction. And I'm also thankful to the Pharma LOK, which is doing a very wonderful work. I have seen some of the videos of very reputed people in the field of the pharmacy, and the interaction is so lovely that anybody can understand, the feeling of the person who is, talking to them, and you were interacting with them in such a way that what the audience wants, the same thing you are putting to the speaker, and that makes the that speech, very lovely, and that really enters the audiences, whatever they wanted. It's a very wonderful work. So I must congratulate the Pharma LOK for doing such a wonderful work, bringing all the, pearls in the public. And because as such, if you ask the people to whomsoever you are called, they will not come themselves unless, we approach them. And such a work, the Amit Jha is doing. I should congratulate him. I had just now a discussion with him that what sort of work he's doing, which is very helpful not only to the this younger generation, and also the present teachers who are working in various colleges in India and abroad. So with this brief, this one I would like to just tell about my education and my birthplace. I born in a very small place. You can say it is a village in one corner of Karnataka state. The name of the place is called as Rampur. As such, Rampurs are many in India, but in Karnataka, this is the one place which is, though it is a very small place, but it is a good place because it has produced good pharmacists and good administrators also. My place is attached to the smaller towns nearby, and my education was in my village only. Uh, I hail from a very, just a middle class family, you can say. My father was a petty businessman, and my mother was a housewife. And in my native place, there was only one school, that is a government school. And I studied my primary education in the government school. And that those days, the study was entirely different. The teachers who taught me, they are so dedicated that whatever they taught uh, about 60 years back, you can say, I still remember, and I still remember their faces. I cannot forget them. They grew me so much that today, whatever I am there is because of my those school teachers also. And the condition of the village also was not that developed. There were no lights, there was no current in my place when I studied my primary education. When I reached seventh standard, we could get the current in my place. We used to read under that lantern only, kerosene lantern, and even we were not pampered those days. Today, if my child wants to go, we dress them nicely and then we give them a breakfast, in a small tiffin. We give them a water bottle and then we take them in a car and then we drop them in a school. But those days it was not like that. With the barefoot, we used to walk to the school, and no breakfast, nothing. We just go and then complete the classes and then we used to come back. I remember, the other children who carry biscuits, during the school, during the break time, they used to take a biscuit. People who are little above average, they used to give biscuit to the child. I remember my mother, since we were not having biscuits at home, my mother, that dried roti, she used to make a small pieces, a shape like a biscuit, and then she used to put in my pocket. Uh, uh, See, this is the biscuit, you can eat whenever you feel hungry. Such days were there, school days, very, very tough. But the teachers in the school, they used to love me because always, I used to, stand first in the class. First standard, second standard, up to the seventh, I always, first. And especially my interest was in the mathematics. The mathematics teacher, he used to so happy that when he dictates the problem, I used to just tell them a answer. So that was my passion at that time. So the school education is very wonderful education, and at the same time we used to, serve the teachers also, we used to give our service to the teachers. They used to call home, and if they are, if they want any something, like you go and get the vegetables, you go and get this, we used to do all that service also. Such was the condition, but today you don't see all such things, in the school education. After the school education, then we were to go to high school, and the high school was not there in my town. It is about 2 kilometers from my house. So we had to walk, and then we used to go to high school. And even that high school, that was the only high school in that place. And that high school was quite famous because the students who studied in that school, in that high school, some of them, they have become good administrators like IPS officers, and some of them, they have become the vice chancellors. The university like Karnataka University, Dharwad, one of the vice chancellor of that university is from this high school, who studied in this high school. And there are some good mathematicians from this high school. In such a school, high school, I studied from 8th standard up to the 10th standard. In our time, uh, there were 2 years for 8th standard, lower 8th and higher 8th. Then we have 9th and then 10th. So totally 7 plus 4, 11. 11th standard is the PUC those days. And after that, we used to go to sub degree class. So I did up to 10th standard in this high school. And the name of the high school is M.V. Pattan High School. And the name of the place called Rabakavi. It is in Bijapur district that time. Now it is in Bagalkot district. After this high school, I wanted to study pre-degree, that is PUC, and there were no any colleges to study 11th standard. I have to go to some other place, and my dad said that you please go to Belgaum, and then you study your 11th standard there. When I reached Belgaum after the announcement of the result of the 10th standard, it was little late because we have to collect the money and for the admission and then go to get the admission in that college. It was little late, so I wanted to join KLE Science College at Belgaum because that was supposed to be the good college those days. But when I reached, all seats were full. I did not get a seat in that KLE Science College. Then I was to join another college, which was also equally a good college. It's called as Saxeria Science College, and I did my 11th standard over there. I was really, impressed by one teacher in that 11th standard college, a chemistry teacher. And the name of the chemistry teacher was one Professor Wagle. He used to teach chemistry for us, and I used to score very good marks. Though it was for us, we went to that college after our 10th standard. In the 10th medium, up to the 10th medium, our medium of instruction was Kannada. And when we went to the college, it is in English. And fifth onwards, we used to study little English, but that English was not that fluent. Even though with this broken English, I scored the highest marks in the chemistry. And that teacher, he liked me so much. He advised me that you do a course which, is having a chemistry. So after the 11th standard, then, there were options like engineering, medical, and then pharmacy, of course, which I was not knowing. My interest was not there for the medical, but luckily my score was good. I could get seat in medical, I wanted to go to engineering college, but engineering I wanted to go to only regional engineering college. The regional engineering college, I did not get a seat. I got in some other colleges. Then I thought that it's better not to go for engineering college. Then I joined this pharmacy college. That's how, I reached to the pharmacy college. This is my previous education. And I have two brothers and two sisters. So we are totally five. I am the eldest. And out of five, one sister and one brother, they are not there. I have now one brother and one sister, and both are at Belagavi. This is my family background.
Really,
Yes, thank you.
really inspiring, sir. Your childhood story, and definitely at that time, and from that only we are having you as a legend of pharmacy today. From that, all struggle stories, and definitely this is inspiring, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Moving
Thank you.
forward to the interview, sir, I would like to ask, respected sir, please talk about various designations and responsible positions held by you during the professional tenure.
I completed my B Farm in the year 1971 from Government College of Pharmacy. And those days, getting job was like the today's condition also, because very few openings were there. Industries were not many, and educational institutions were. That is the only one college in Karnataka, and later on, this Manipal and Belgaum college they came in Karnataka. So I prefer to join an industry, and government of India, they said that those who want to join for an industry, there are certain openings. And with that, I got the uh, this appointment in Mount Mettur Pharmaceuticals at Chennai. So I joined that industry. And when I joined after 4 5 months, there was advertisement the newspaper that there are vacancies in the Government College of Pharmacy. So I applied to the Government College of Pharmacy for the lecturer post, and I got selected in 1972 as a lecturer soon after my B Farm, because those days B Farm was the minimum qualification in the government for the lecturer post. So I joined in 1972 a lecturer. I was so happy because I am joining my own alma mater, and all my teachers. I had a great respect to all my teachers, because today whatever I am there is because of my teachers who are there in this government, who were there in the Government College of Pharmacy. I thought I can join with them. I can still learn more, and they had molded us in such a way that wherever we go we can excel. That way they molded a very good teacher, very dedicated teachers. I prefer to join this college, and then I joined this college as a lecturer in the year 1972 as a lecturer. And those days my salary was 516. That was a very fat salary those days, 516 rupees. And I was working in the Department of Chemistry, because I told you that I was liking chemistry. And they asked me to teach diploma and degree. And my teachers, they groom me that how to teach and what to teach and what not to teach, for this diploma and degree. It was a very excellent experience with my teachers. Under the guidance of my teachers, I became a very popular teacher. I'm very happy that today my students, those who are abroad and those who are in India, whenever they meet, and then they tell me, sir, whatever you have taught those days, uh, I can reproduce that, whatever you have taught. So that is a good compliment to any teacher for that matter. So I was doing a good work, good job over there. And after 5 years, the government normally promotes from lecturer to assistant professor. Then after 5 years, I became assistant professor in the same college, and I started teaching degree and diploma also that time. And after that, there was some post vacate for the professor post in the same college. I applied to the professor post, and luckily I got selected as a professor in the same college again. And I started working in the college, and then meanwhile, the young farm also started, and I used to teach for a young farm also. At the same time, this Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, uh, Health University, which we were under this university, and they nominated me as the chairman of the board of PG board, M-Pharma board that time. So I became first the chairman of the PG board, and then they made me academic council member. And then after some time, they appointed me as dean pharmacy faculty in the university. So I was doing this professor job at the same time. This university responsibility was there. So I was uh, a dean for some time. During my dean tenure, it was a very wonderful experience. The vice chancellors, I had 2, 3 vice chancellors during my period, and they encouraged me. And there was one director for academics. He told me that we have one old syllabus which we have taken it from the earlier university, that is Bangalore University, and now we want to have the syllabus for B Farm and M Farm, and under your chairmanship, you'll have to make the B Farm and M Farm syllabus. So I made a lot of effort to collect some of the syllabus from various universities from other states, and we could make a good a syllabus for a B Farm and M Farm in the Rajiv Gandhi University. That was a good experience for me. At the same time, the university also, doing started the PhD courses also, and in the pharmacy, there were many aspirants those days, to do PhD, and many students they registered about 50, 60. They registered for PhD, and I used to screen out as the PhD registration committee chairman. I used to screen out all their applications, and those who were eligible, I used to select them, call them for the interview, and then uh, one to one, we used to discuss and then approve their registration. And that is how, I became PhD registration committee chairman, and I could do this work. At the same time, I was also involved in this, those days, this IPC, Indian Pharmaceutical Congress, which was held in Bangalore twice or thrice, during my time. And in one of the committees, registration committee and other committees also, they used to put me there also. I used to do a good work. They used to appreciate me, whatever work I used to do. And in 1992, the teachers of uh, the Karnataka, uh, they went on strike. The strike is for, they wanted one academician to be the head in the board of examining authority as a member secretary. And the government studied everything, because those days the member secretary used to be from the drugs control department. The deputy drugs controller used to be normally the member secretary. For the first time, the government of Karnataka thought that an academician should be the member secretary, and then from this they shifted me to the drugs control department as the member secretary. So these are the positions, which I was holding: a lecturer, assistant professor, a professor, a dean, academic council member, uh, even the affiliation committee chairman, and then a member secretary. These are my positions. There were so many other positions, which I did not have to explain now. This is the
Really,
story.
sir. Really, sir, your career timeline is motivating, and one should take lesson from, like, being a good teacher leads to you various other segments in the academic career, and that is what your bio sketch itself is stating, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your
Thank you.
answer. Moving forward, respected sir, please talk about your tenure as Member Secretary, Board of Examining Authority, Drugs Control Department, and your various contributions during this tenure as a Member Secretary.
It's a very good question, Saurabh, you're asking me. As I have already told you that when I was a professor and the teachers of the Karnataka, all the pharmacy college teachers, they wanted the member secretary in the board of examining authority, which was regulating the diploma colleges in the state of Karnataka. And the government was very pleased to, nominate or promote me to that post as a member secretary. And it was a big challenge for me those days because uh, the board, I wanted to do it completely reform, you know, something, which should be on par with the university, that quality I wanted to bring it in the board. In fact, I have to face so many problems. Of course, anything, people, they don't accept the changes. When I entered, I wanted to do so many changes so that there should be a clarity into this board, because it is an academic board, and that too conducting examination and approving the admission of so many students. There should be a clarity, and for that, I have to struggle a lot, and I have to get a very bad name also for that matter. But I did not just leave that tempo. I thought I should clear some of the dirty things which are there, and then make a very very clear and very good standard board. In fact, that time Dr. Kokate was the acting president of the Pharmacy Council of India, and whenever he used to come to Bangalore as a president for some or other programs, he used to visit our board as the president of the Pharmacy Council of India, and he used to see how the board is working. And I am proud to say that wherever he has gone, he used to take the name of this Karnataka Board of Examining Authority as one of the best board, in the entire country. He used to tell, and that is really his compliment for me. So in that way, you see, I was working, and the colleges, which were not doing properly the work, I could make them understand that this is not the way, you'll have to do this way. Of course, initially they had little difficulty with me, but if it is for the good, always people like it. And I had little, the way how you treat these people, you can definitely make them all right. And though they were not accepting me in the initial stages. But later on, all of them, they became my good friends, and they used to come to our board, and then they used to mix it with us. And then any help from their side, if they want to our board of examining authority, they used to come and help us. The first and the foremost, the development in this board of examining authority, what I did was the valuation. Uh, I was, improved there. There was no any coding system at all uh, in the examination valuation. Whomsoever comes, for evaluation, they used to take the bundle of particular college and they used to value. So to break this network, I used to code all the papers, and then, whatever bundle they want, they can come and take and value it. Such, developments I did in the initially, and later on the tabulation also, which was manual. And manual means there will be certain mistakes will be there. To reduce all these mistakes, I made computerization of the tabulation. In the computerization means there won't be any mistakes, and results also will be very fast. So the colleges, they liked this system, and they accepted whatever the changes we were doing in the board. And after completion of this diploma course, after passing the diploma course, they used to go for a practical training, training in the pharmacy or in the hospital. We used to send the students to the training. After the training only, they used to get their diploma certificate. This diploma certificate also, what they were getting earlier, they had to wait for 2-3 months to get a certificate. And this was making them, for starting any medical shop for them, it was very difficult for them. They had to wait 2-3 months, or sometimes even 6 months also. So I made improvement in that. They can apply today, and within 15 days or maximum 1 month, they used to get their a certificate. Sometimes if they are in a very urgent, they are getting a government job and they want tomorrow only the certificate, or they want today only because the job, otherwise they will lose the job. For such students, on the spot, we used to give the certificates. This way, I have a satisfaction that I could do a good job to this board of examining authority as the member secretary. And I am very happy that even after my retirement from this board of examining authority, people today still they remember, and they say that was the golden period. This is what has happened during my time. This is what I did as a member secretary in the board of examining authority.
Really, sir. The clinical performance, I would say, sir, and definitely the system in terms of examination, which are the decisive steps in one's life. So the deserving candidates and all kind of malpractices were removed. So congratulations to you, sir, for same. Thank you, sir, for your answer. Moving forward, respected sir, please tell us, you have like worked for the chairman B Farm Syllabus Committee 2014 of PCI. So please talk about its important and like sir, various experiences associated with this.
Very good question, Saurabh, because people, outside, they know the syllabus of B Farm. But what is the background, how the syllabus has come? They may not be knowing it. As I was telling you that I was the dean of the Rajiv Gandhi University, and for the first time to that university, I made the B Farm and M Farm syllabus during my period as the dean, and I was the chairman of this B Farm and M Farm syllabus committee. this background, which was really helped me. And I got nomination from Government of Karnataka to the Pharmacy Council of India in the year 2004. And 2003, Dr. Suresh, he became the president. And Dr. Suresh was also knowing about my activities in Karnataka, what work I was doing it. And see, Dr. Suresh and myself, whenever we used to go for some functions to some colleges, different parts of the country, the students' demand was see, the medical course like MBBS, they have a uniform syllabus throughout the country. And also the dental students, they have uniform syllabus for all the colleges in the entire country. But why not for a pharmacy? This was the question, wherever we used to go, the students, they used to ask. There should be a uniform syllabus. Otherwise, always there is a difference between the different universities. Like, see, Bangalore University, one syllabus, and Delhi University, one syllabus, and Punjab University, one syllabus, Manipal University, one syllabus. And when they go for a job, students, they used to say, I am from this university. They used to boast about their university. To remove all these things, we also thought that there should be only one uniform syllabus for all these B.Pharm students in the entire country. And our president, who is a very dynamic president, Dr. Suresh, he thought that what students are asking, it is correct, and we'll discuss this matter in our executive committee meeting. One day, he brought this to all the members that this is the students what they're asking, and what they're asking is a correct one, and we can have the B.Pharm syllabus in our country, which is a uniform syllabus throughout the country. And the members who were there, other members, they also got convinced. And then the committee of the members, we were thinking who should be the chairman of this committee. And I said it is left to you people. So they all discussed about the who should be the chairman for the B.Pharm syllabus committee. And unanimously, they elected me as the chairman B.Pharm regulation committee. And Dr. Suresh said that now you will have to take up the charge, and then you have to make the best B.Pharm syllabus. So I started working, and then I made small meetings with some teachers. I first went to Mysore. I talked to some teachers over there, and then I took their opinion. How could be the new syllabus for a B.Pharm? They gave me certain ideas. Then I went to other places, other states also. I met some of the teachers, eminent teachers over there. I inquired how could be the B.Pharm syllabus, a new syllabus. They gave me some idea. Then I collected some syllabus of various universities, and I studied all the syllabus. And then I made a framework, and that was discussed with our president, and he also has gone through. And then he called one preliminary meeting with some of the members, and we studied this. What are the things we wanted to do it? What changes we can be done, with other syllabus which are available here. We thought that we can also inquire with some foreign countries also. So we inquired with foreign countries also, some of the professors, and they gave some idea. So totally we mixed up all these things. And then we thought that now we'll write down, what could be the framework. One thing is that, the UGC wanted that the annual system has to be removed and it should be made the semester system. So we decided that it should be 8 semester system. And as per the UGC norms, and then the subjects, making subjects, that was a very tough time, I had, because different people will give different versions, initially. Uh, Chemistry teacher like me, he comes that he wants his subjects more, right from first year to final year. Like other subjects also, they come, they say, you should have my subjects more, in that. So this problem was there. Then what we made, we thought that we can make one group where all like-minded and very senior professors from a very reputed university, reputed universities like Punjab University and some of Manipal, and then we took some from Maharashtra, some from Gujarat, like that. We took some members, and then we had a good discussion, and then we drafted a skeleton out of that, and then we go on meeting, and then new version it comes, every time. Whatever good things it comes, we used to make a point, and then we used to include in that. So the second point, what we thought, that we have to make a student which after studying a B Farm, he should get a job. This is the second point, and to get a job, you should have little bit industrial idea. When he goes to the industry, you should have a industrial knowledge also. For that, we thought that we can make one practice school. So in the 7th semester, we made a practice school, where in which he will have some idea about the practice school, about the industry. And then we also made in the 8th semester electives. So the electives, when he takes one of those, he can elect only 2 electives, and then he can do a project, on that, so that he will have some research background, so that after this knowledge, he can go for a PG. That will be easier for him to create an interest among the students. We should have this electives also. So we thought like that, and then we thought that the students should have little soft skills, soft skill. That also we included in that. And then the finishing school idea also, we put some of the professors, they expressed that there should be a finishing school idea also. With this, we all put, and then we made one syllabus, and this syllabus was circulated among other professors also. Then they gave some comments, and then we changed, and then we circulated other various universities also. They said that you shift this subject to this year, you shift from others year to this year, and all that. So many suggestions were there. So with this, we used to discuss all this among all the members. We also included in these members some industry people also, so that industry, what they want, they can, tell us, and then they give certain points. So we included in that. So with this, we made a syllabus, and then we put on our website that if there are any suggestions, you can please suggest. We used to get number of suggestions. We used to get so many, and then we used to discuss in a meeting. But some of the suggestions were not acceptable, but some of the suggestions which are really worth, we have taken it, and then we have modified also even at the 11th hour. So we made all these things, and then we presented this syllabus to our executive committee, and the executive committee also has gone, and our president, who has traveled a lot, throughout the country and throughout the world also, he also has got certain good inputs. He gave certain good inputs to us, and then we changed there, and then we made a draft copy, and that draft copy was again we sent it to all the states in the country for their comments. The some of the states, they promptly replied us that this is a good syllabus and you can go ahead. And some of the states also, they gave certain corrections. We can do this minor corrections and all that. We have taken into that, and ultimately the executive committee, they said that this is the syllabus and these are the regulations. We made that in the form of a booklet, and then we approved everything. That was placed again in the central council, and central council also has studied everything, and then they said it's a good syllabus for the point of all the students in the country, for their betterment and for their good future. That syllabus copy, we sent it to the Government of India Health Department, and the health department again, they had certain legal problems, and then they sent, you alter this, you alter, do this, you do that, we did everything, and then it is approved, and then it was gazetted in 2014 in the month of December, 10th of December. That became the syllabus for B Form. That is how, my contribution to make a B Form syllabus, and which, today, everybody is using that B Form syllabus. Of course, there are certain comments also even after that. Some of the changes, we have also made, and those changes also we have intimated. Of course, some changes, they will be there, and now another new modified B Form syllabus, a new syllabus which they have prepared now. I think that is going to come as ER 2020. So this is the story about the B Farm syllabus as a chairman in the Pharmacy Council of India. I
Yeah,
hope
sir.
this is clear now.
Yeah, exactly, sir. Because the things in the syllabus, the subjects and the distribution, like you told, practice school, and from pharmacy practice point of view, there are subjects in seventh semester and eighth semester, like pharmacy practice in seventh, eighth, social and preventive pharmacy, introduction of elective subjects. So a student can choose specifically where he wants to or she wants to go for post graduation or in the domain of the jobs. So definitely this is wonderful syllabus, sir. It includes all domains of applied major research areas of pharmacy. Quality assurance is there. So it was a wonderful syllabus. And
Thank
indeed,
you.
I am a big fan of them. Thank you so much, sir, for
Thank you.
this wonderful contribution to the profession. Moving
Thank you so
towards the
much.
interview, respected
Thank you.
sir, I would
Thank
like
you.
to ask, you have worked as Dean, Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Karnataka. What was your experience and how it differs from Board of Examining Authority?
Yeah. See, our Board of Examining Authority, uh, I was the member secretary, and all administration, has to be done by the member secretary. He was the, whole and soul. Of course, above me, we had a chairman also, but normally the member secretary and the chairman, they sit together and they take a decision. This is what there. And this board was only for regulation of the diploma colleges. So diploma examination, diploma admission, so entire, these things are only for diploma. But in the university, a diploma doesn't come at all. It is only B Farm, M Farm, and of course now the Farm D is also with the university. That is the change between the Board of Examining Authority and this Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences. As I told you that the Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, initially, they made me a chairman of the PG uh, PG board, and then they made me as the academic council member, and then they made me dean of the pharmacy faculty. And I'm happy to share with you that in the history of Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, so far they have not made two times the dean. And I don't know how they made me. They made me two times the dean of the Rajiv Gandhi University for the faculty of pharmacy. And they gave me free hand. And the director for academic was one Dr. Srinivasan, who was very knowledgeable doctor, and he also wanted that the syllabus of the Rajiv Gandhi University should be the best syllabus in the entire country. And he called me and he briefed me that how the syllabus should be and what is a syllabus, what which should give to the students, and ultimately the students who studies, when he goes out, he should have a full knowledge about the pharmacy, and also the knowledge about the industry when he goes to the industry. He gave me a lecture on that, and then that made me to think, that this doctor has told me so much, and then we should make a good a syllabus. So I also did whatever I did for this BPharm 2014 syllabus in the Pharmacy Council of India. In a similar way, I had done for this BPharm syllabus for the Rajiv Gandhi University, and we could bring BPharm syllabus in 2003 there. At the same time, we also framed MPharm syllabus, and MPharm syllabus we made. During this period, there were certain problems in the university, and always they used to call me that this is the problem and how to solve this. One of the problem, which we will also, agree with me, that our pharmacy course had two bodies, as you know, that AICT is there and the Pharmacy Council of India is there. For some colleges, AICT approves and Pharmacy Council, it does not approve the college because of certain lacunas in that college. So university was puzzled. See, there are two bodies. One apex body says that the college is approved, and another body says the college is not approved. In many cases, it is a vice versa. That is, AICT doesn't approve many colleges. Pharmacy Council of India, it approves. And now, to conduct the examination for the students of the colleges, the university, if the college is not approved, then they will not conduct the examination. So this problem was there. They used to call me in certain cases, and they say, see, in one case, the Pharmacy Council of India has approved that college, whereas the AICT has not approved. So whether the university can conduct the examination for the students of this college or not. So I have to scratch my head that time, there are two apex bodies, one is not approved, another is approved, whether to conduct examination or not. Legal problems are involved. If you don't conduct students, they will go on strike. If you conduct examination, then suppose if it is Pharmacy Council is not approved, and if you conduct the examination, that Pharmacy Council may take action against the university, one. Another thing is the students, if they pass and when they go for registration, they will not be registered there because it is not approved by the Pharmacy Council of India. And if they are not registered, they will not get a job. All these problems were there. And then I studied the AICT Act, I studied the Pharmacy Act that time. The AICT Act, as far as my knowledge goes today also, that this act was for the starting of the college, whether they can start or not. The permission will be given by AICT. But approval and all that, the Pharmacy Council of India, because if the college is approved, the students, they get registered, otherwise they will not get registered. So I used to tell the university, this act says like this act says like this is my opinion. The ultimate decision is left to you people. So they used to think a lot, and then ultimately they said, if the pharmacy college is approved by the Pharmacy Council of India, let us conduct the examination, because as far as registration is concerned, the students will get registered. And if the Pharmacy Council of India is not approved that college, will not conduct the examination. So they took this decision and they conducted the examination. Such difficulties, whenever they are there, they used to call, and then I'll have to study the case and then give my opinion. In many cases, after the affiliation purposes, when the inspection is done of that particular college, that report will come to the academic council. They will go through everything, and whether the college has to be approved or not, based on the report. The report says that the college is having one laboratory, less than what is stipulated by that university, whether to approve or not to approve. They have all other things okay, only one lab is there. Lab is not there. In such cases, in the interest of the students, we used to say that we'll give them 1 year time so that they can improve and they can have the lab. Meanwhile, we can conduct the examination. Meanwhile, we can approve the college. In such decisions, some critical decisions, wherever it is there, I used to help the university. And the university, they used to have full faith on me. 2, 3, vice chancellors, which I have seen, they used to have a dialogue with me, and then we used to take a decision. And this is how I contributed a lot as far as this Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences is concerned. And I really, appreciate this university. Today, this university is one of the best universities in the country. And even today, they remember me. And last year, again, they appointed me as the academic council member, the Rajiv Gandhi University. So I'm still there as the academic council member. And there are again any problems, they consult. Of course, now this dual role is not there, AICT and PCI. Now the entire thing is with the PCI only. This approval and other things, these problems are not there. But even then, if there are any problems, they consult me, and then I go, I help them, whatever I can do it. So that was the thing. At the same time, the registration committee, PhD registration committee, we used to meet, and then I had made one committee, other professors, subject-wise professors, and in the PhD registration, whatever the problem, they have taken for their PhD, if it is pharmaceutics, we used to give it to pharmaceutics problem. He will study and he will come and he will discuss in the meeting, and then we used to approve their PhD registration. This is what it was going. It was a very nice experience with me, for me in the Rajiv Gandhi University. I really even today, I like, to work with the Rajiv Gandhi University. This is what about the Rajiv Gandhi University and our board. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Really, you have worked as Dean for RGUHS, and this has made a significant change in RGUHS, looking specifically your experiences, your thoughts, your ideas, and the innovation have changed the whole scenario. So that's a milestone, sir. Thank you so much for that, for pharmacy profession. Moving forward, respected sir, I would like to ask, what is your personal drive to opt pharmacy as a career? Like, what are the various things in primary stages you opt
Your
this?
your voice is not not clear. Volume
Yes,
is
sir.
less.
I will repeat, sir. Question,
Please
respected sir,
repeat.
what is your personal drive to opt pharmacy as a career?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, you know, after my 11th standard, when I passed out 1966, uh, I told you that I wanted to go for engineering and that to regional engineering college for my degree. And then, there was a medical also. And I had a merit and I got selected in the medical also. But I never wanted to go to medical. Uh, the reason is, I never wanted to touch a patient, those days, so I did not opt for medical and engineering, regional engineering college. I did not get. I never wanted to go for other engineering colleges. Then, where you cannot touch a patient, that was the course. That was a pharmacy. And in my town, whenever I used to go as a young boy, I used to go to pharmacy and then used to see the pharmacy there. There are so many drugs, so many drugs. And if you ask a particular drug, the person used to take out the drug and he used to give it to us. No, that made me to puzzle how this person he remembers so many drugs and how these drugs are acting in a particular disease. That created a little interest in me, and that is how I came to this pharmacy field. I applied to this government college of pharmacy, and when I went for the interview, that time the drug controller of Karnataka state was the chairman of this selection committee. That is one Dr. Shanbo, and other member was one Mr. Katti Shettar, who was the additional drug controller then. And I went for the interview there. I was the first person to, you know, be in the merit there. I went and then they asked me certain questions and they said, give me your mask card, everything. I gave them all my documents. They saw all my documents and then they told me, you are selected, you can pay the fees. So I came out and then I paid the fees, and then the college started. I attended the college, and in the initial stage, I was finding it very difficult because I come from a small village, and that to place like Bangalore, adjustment was very tough. And my classmates, those who were there that time, mostly they are from convent, and they used to speak a stylish English, which sometimes I never used to understand. Such was the difficulty, and they were making fun of me that you should have gone to medical. Why you came for this course? It was very funny those days. Somehow I completed first year B Farm with a good marks. And then second year, I wanted to join. During that time, you see, my uh, family condition, was not good. And my father called and he told me that you can't go to this course now because financial condition I cannot afford. So that, I don't know what to do. I was really upset that time. What to do? I inquired with my relatives and nobody came for the help. But then, I had one good friend who was my high school mate, and he asked me, what is the problem? Then he told me, this is the problem. He is also a young boy that time, and but he comes from a rich family. He gave me one plan. You see, he said, I have some of my friends, about 8, 9 friends are there. I will collect some money every month and I will send it to you. You please go ahead. So with his assurance, I went, and then he used to send me monthly about 80 rupees, 90 rupees, whatever it is there. With that, we used to manage in the college. And that time, 80 rupees was something big amount. I stayed in a college hostel. Uh, I really thank my principal that time. One Mr. Katti Shettar was there. Though the pharmacy college was not having any hostel facilities, in the hostel campus there were about 4 rooms, which were store rooms. And with our request, he said, "Okay, that is a store room, but we'll vacate everything, and that room will be given it to you people, and you can stay there." So we stayed there, and it was a very, very nominal rent, about 20 rupees per month or something. And the fees were also very nominal fees, 150 rupees per annum or something. It was a very nominal fees, and then we could finish off, and I could complete my B Farm. Uh, it was a very wonderful experience I had the college days. After completing my B Farm, as I told you, that I applied to the lecturer post in the same college, and then I joined this college as a lecturer. That is how I dragged in, and then I reached so many posts here. I was in the pharmacy council, I was in the university, I was in the government bodies, I was in NIPER, so many things. That is how I don't have to repent that I did not go to medical. I came to pharmacy, but pharmacy, I am proud that I have taken up. I have chosen this a profession as a pharmacy. I could do wonderful work in the field of pharmacy. That is how I came for this career. That is my story.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. And our profession got one, I would say, diamond, sir, as you are shining still. And definitely the university and profession via syllabus and various means, like you are serving the pharmacy profession is still at this age. It tells that how passionate you are about pharmacy. So, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Moving Thank you, sir. Thank you. Moving forward, sir, my next question, as I got is, respected sir, please talk about PharmD curriculum overseas or abroad and in domestic or in India. Like, what is the practice scenario abroad and in India?
Yeah, this form the syllabus. One day, Dr. Suresh, he was discussing with all of us in the executive committee meeting. In 2003, the BS pharmacy in the US, it's all completely stopped there. There was no BS pharmacy course. That is, B Pharm course was completely ended up in the US, and they had introduced this PharmD program over there in the US in 2003. Now, the students who pass out the B Pharm in India, and if they want to go and practice there in the US, they were not permitting them. So the students who want to go, uh, US for higher studies and all that, that was a difficulty because there the entry was for Form D and not for a B Form. It was a very difficult to get a job also. Job was also for a Form D and all that. So Dr. Suresh said that why can't we start that course in India itself? And that time, this practice, this was coming into little popular, that way, pharmacy practice. So the EC members, we thought that it's a good idea, and we also should start the PharmD course in India so that our students, they get really a good benefit out of it, and the job opportunities overseas will be better if they do their PharmD course. With that idea, uh, we decided to start the PharmD course. And Dr. Suresh worked out so much about the syllabus, and the syllabus in India, we were making on par with the syllabus which is there in the US and other countries. For that matter, what we did, we took some one professor, Dr. Krishna Kumar, uh, who works as a professor in Howard University, DC, Washington. He came and he advised us, what could be the formed syllabus and which will suit to India. He gave that idea, and we also, took some advice from people, from other countries also, like Australia, and then this PharmD course, we formulated, and that is how this PharmD syllabus, it came to India. But when you compare this syllabus with the other countries like US and Australia, there is no PharmD course, but they they study as a practice course, PG practice, uh, MS practice. But that course and this PharmD course of US and our PharmD course, they're almost the same, not much difference. Because Krishna Kumar, he helped us a lot, and then we made a good syllabus. The practice wise, they are little ahead, and strictly, they follow it up. Uh, in the pharmacy, when a patient goes, they call the patient, and then they discuss with him what is the problem, and why this drug is taken, and what is the drug, how you have to take the drug, and our counseling is more there. So also, to study about all these things, the Pharmacy Council of India deputed some of the members to foreign countries, and that time, you see, myself and some of our other members, about 10, 15 members, we went to Australia to study how the practice is done in the Australia. We visited hospitals, how the pharmacy practice is done in the hospitals in the Australia hospitals. And also we visited some of the pharmacies in Australia. Uh, it's a very wonderful experience how the drug is dispensed there. The patient, as soon as he enters the pharmacy, the pharmacist comes and he will ask, and there will be a separate room. In that room, he will discuss with the patient, and he will ask, what is your problem, health problem, and what for you want to take. And he will advise, the drug, what is the effect of this drug, and how the drug has to be taken, when it has to be taken, whether it can be taken before food or after food. all those details, and how the drug has to be stored. All these details, the pharmacist will give the information to the patient, and then the prescription he will study, and if there are any corrections in the prescription also, he will talk to the doctor, and he say, instead of this, this could have been used, and this is some problem with this, all those things he used to discuss with the doctor. And then he used to dispense. This is what is going on in abroad countries. That in India is also slowly now picking up. And uh, I heard in one Tulsi pharmacy in the Tamil Nadu, where this counseling, they do it for each and every patient. Initially, when he was doing counseling, people were not going to his pharmacy, because he called the patient, he talks to them, and he will advise them, you do this, you do this. People were not liking, but now there is a big queue for him, because he advises, just like a doctor, Tulsi pharmacy. And now he has made a big chain. Number of pharmacies are coming, and now he is employing the B Farm and Farm D, and then B Farm practice students also.
That's
That is
nice.
how there is a difference between uh, the practice in India and the practice in the abroad countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir. Because being as a pharmacy practice academician for last 10 years, like I
Yeah,
developed the department here in ISFCP Moga. So, like there are various kind of people don't try to understand the course curriculum, learning objectives, course outcomes, scope, etc. But now, PharmD, you would be happy to know that not a single student is unemployed. They are all employed, and if I flow a job, not we get a single student like who is
yeah.
free. So that is what is the importance of this course.
I'm very happy to share with you that I visited here MS Ramaya Medical Hospital, Medical
Yeah.
College Hospital, and the director of that hospital was very very happy about this formed students. He himself is a doctor, but he was telling that the formed students, they know much better than we medical people. This is the impression, what a doctor is got. And when I heard about this, I was really very very happy to hear from the horse mouth. And it so happened, when we visited one hospital in Australia, there also, we could meet one a student, a pharmacy practice student from India, a girl student, uh, and there the doctors of that hospital, they were praising the students like anything. The student has helped our hospital in preventing some of these drug interactions and all that. His knowledge is so good, and they were appreciating the institutions in India who are, teaching this pharmacy practice course in India. You know, I'm really very happy about that. We had the pictures with those people. We brought all those pictures and we shared with the Pharmacy Council of India. It's so nice. I
Definitely,
really
sir.
appreciate now the picture has changed, in the hospital. Wherever I have gone to hospital, the hospital people, they say the pharmacy students are doing a really wonderful job, and without them they can't work. Doctors can't work. The JSS hospital is one, where is so systematically they have done this practice, hospital pharmacy. So also the Ramakrishna Hospital in Coimbatore, I have visited these hospitals, and our pharmacists, they are doing a wonderful work. Really appreciate and I admire.
You are welcome to Moga too, sir, to see the department.
Definitely, I met your chairman. He came to Delhi 2, 3 times, and we had a very nice time with him. And then he invited me to visit the Moga College. But because of this Corona, I will not be able to come and meet. 2, 3 years, it has gone only in this. Let this Corona be little reduced, and definitely will visit your college. And I'm very happy to see your department. I heard
Most
that you have done a wonderful job in this pharmacy practice, and still you are doing it, and that's a uh, good help to that area people, the patients. Nice to
most
see you
welcome,
there.
sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. And moving forward, we have gone far through, sir. And really, it was a good session. Coming to the last question of this interview, sir, what message you would like to spread from this Pharma Lok platform to all the audience listening to this historic session? So, from you, sir.
Uh, you know, the the message to all these the fellow pharmacists is that uh, with my experience, whatever I am telling, that wherever we go, wherever they are there, wherever they are working, they have to work hard, very work hard, expecting their benefits. They don't wait for the fruits. Like in Mahabharata, the Krishna tells, that you do the work and don't expect the fruits. You first do the work, giving all your attention to that, and the fruits, you will not decide, that I will decide. That is the Krishna says. So that I believe in that, and I am working only on that principle so far. And so far, whatever the positions, even today, whatever I am getting, I have never asked anybody that you make me this, you make me academic council member, or you make me dean or anything. All these positions, they have come, but I have done the work. That's all. So this is one message, that wherever they are there, they have to work hard without expecting anything. And the second thing is that their attitude should be good always. Attitude is very, very important in the life. If the attitude is good, you can make wonders. For that matter, I remember one small story. One person, he was working in one company. He was very honest. He was doing hard work, and somehow, he was not able to communicate properly, and he was removed from there. And then he joined the second company also like that. He changed about 7 companies like that. He did not become successful, though he was working very hard. But then, he had a good attitude. So what he did after this seventh job loss, he became a pauper because there was no salary. Even he is not having a money to put a petrol to his car. He was sitting in a garage, and he was having a cup of coffee with a small piece of bread. And when he was about to eat that small piece of bread, one rat came there, and rat took away that bread, and then it left again, there only. So you were just thinking, what this rat came and took my bread also. And I so hungry, but what to do? The rat came back again. And again it took that bread, ate it little, and then it came and sipped the coffee also from the coffee. So that made him just laugh. What is this? Mouse is coming here and then it is taking bread and then it is sipping the coffee also. His mind is, that thinking was broken. His mind is changed there. Then he started thinking, his attitude, you see, his attitude, if you think in both the ways, one way, he could have got up and then he could have just, killed that rat itself because it is coming in his way. That too, he is very hungry. But his attitude was, see, this rat came and then it sipped the coffee and then it amused me. I broke that this one problem. It amused me. Why can't I use this principle, this rat? And why can't I make others to laugh like me? So he thought that way. And then he started, his mind, he struck something. And then he came out with Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse, he is just nothing but Walt Disney. And he made a Disney World. And today you see how big he is. I heard in India also, between Bombay and Pune, one Disney World is going to come. Such a rich man he became. So if our attitude is good, our life can be completely changed. So attitude is one, hard work, attitude, and then we should try to improve our IQ always. IQ is very, very important in the life. And if the IQ is good, people say if the IQ is good, you become a complete man. Okay. So I advise our people, our fellow pharmacists, that they should work hard, they should have a good attitude, and they should try to improve, go on reading the books. They should not stop because they say we are throat learners, always pharmacists. And another thing is, they should have a good health wherever they go. For that, they should have uh, this pranayama, and also they should have, uh, you know, uh, they should pray also to the God. They should believe the God. Today, I heard that in the New York, there is one good orthopedic surgeon, and after seeing the patient, after the operation, he will prescribe the drugs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after that, he will write, you do pranayama and also you pray. This pray and pranayama plays a very, very important. And he has made a statistics with this prescription. So many patients, they have become well very soon by doing pranayama and prayer. So prayer is a very, very important. And I'm sure if these things, if they follow in the life, definitely see one day they will also become a good citizens of this India. And in the field of the pharmacy also they grow. This is my advice to our pharmacists. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivation, inspiration, and constantly telling about the career line. In the meantime, sir, I have personally too learned a lot of things. So, on behalf of Team Pharma LOK and Coordinator Mr. Amit Jha, I would like to thank you, sir, for joining for this interview session. And definitely, sir, you have given us today very precious time from your daily schedule. Meanwhile, it is Sunday. So thank you so much, sir, once again for joining. And
Thank you, Dr. Saurabh, on my behalf and my family behalf. Thank you very much. We had a very good interaction, and I am sure that with your interaction, the younger generation they will get some benefit out of this. I also thank Amit Jha for his all this wonderful work what he is doing. He's calling the people and then interacting with this. I'm sure that he will also grow. I had a wonderful talk with him today when I met preliminarily, and I'm sure that what I could make out from his talk, personal talk with him, that he has a good attitude in him. I'm sure that he will also make his Disney World in the India in the field of pharmacy. I my congratulations to both of you, and my blessings to both of you. Thank you very much.
thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Thank
Thank you so much.